Welcome to SF Commercial Property Conversations with Bruce Bean, where Bay Area investments meet expert insights. Get ready to unlock the strategies of commercial real estate success.
Okay, so today we have John Gessford with us. And John, it's great to have you. You are a multifaceted broker and also kind of a tech person developing OMs for commercial real estate folks. So just to start, let's go through and give us a little history of how you got into this business.
Well, I started at CRE right out of college, and I started in industrial real estate, and then went to Sperry Van Ness in late '90s, and then have my own brokerage company, Magellan Investments.
Oh,
And from that, we didn't have the ability to create OMs, short for offering memorandums. So we created a system, which is now known as CREOP.
CREOP, CREOP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So
yeah.
CREOP is now sort of AI driven in terms of developing OMs, if I understand it correctly.
That's right. We do use AI to make it easier for our subscribers to generate OMs faster. Because if you're struggling to come up with a narrative on the location or the property highlights, you click a button and the AI creates the content. And that many times the content is the challenge with these OMs. You know, it's easy to type in the square footage and that sort of thing because you have that data at your fingertips. But the challenge is making compelling a compelling case for the property, which we do use AI for that, and it helps.
So I'm curious, do you use an AI template or you have sort of a separate template that feeds into AI?
Our system talks to AI in the background. So
Oh, okay.
you really just click a button and then it auto-populates the content. So you're not leaving our system to go to AI. It's all within the platform.
Well, I assume the financial side, you have to punch all that in kind of manually.
That you do because AI is not that smart yet. It can't grab the financials of a property, mostly because that data is not public.
Exactly.
So the broker still has to enter in the income and expenses for the most part.
Yeah.
And then our system will just put the PDF together, property website, and make it look attractive with charts and graphs and things like that.
Oh, wow. Oh, it does a full kit and caboodle.
Yeah, it makes it look like you took a couple weeks to put it together, and in reality, it's like 30 minutes.
Okay, so I'm going to ask for those out there in the audience that are interested in this OM process, how much might that cost?
Well, we have a monthly plan, which is $89 a month. And then we have a yearly plan, which is right around $850 a year. And I say around because our pricing actually is probably going up next week. But it's in the 800 to 850 range. And then there are discounts if you buy more than 2 licenses at a time. So we have team packages where sometimes people are in teams and they have 4 or 5 people, and so you get discounts for that when you sign up with the team. And the teams can share their properties with each other, share comps with each other, and there's a lot of benefits with the team approach.
This sounds like money well spent. I could easily see paying $850 to have somebody generate an OM for me because it's really quite a pain in the rear to do it.
It is a pain, and it's unlimited too. It's not you can do 1,000 whatever 2,000 a year. We don't track that.
Yeah, well, any broker out there that's doing 2,000 OMs a year, I want to know who that is. So.
Exactly. That would be a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so CREOP is one side of your equation, but you're kind of, that's in your background. You're in the foreground. You're really a commercial broker.
I am. I'm a commercial broker at Lee and Associates. I'm a principal here in the Newport Beach office at Lee, and I love it. I love being in the game, and frankly, it's important for me to stay active as a broker, so I'm constantly seeing OMs and getting updated on the latest designs and what's going on out there in the OM world. So it's important that I stay active as a broker as well.
So that would indicate that you tend to stay more on the sales side than the leasing side.
I do leases, but I do prefer sales. Yes, I'll do a lease to help a client out, but my preference is investment sales.
Yeah, and property management, forget that. You're not doing that part.
Now, I'll do it as a courtesy to a client if it's really needed, but I prefer not to go there. Yeah,
I understand completely. Yeah, let somebody else do that part of the
exactly.
process. Yeah. So tell me, what are you seeing out there in the market these days?
Well, I'll tell you, the interest rates is a huge factor, especially for investment sales, because to get positive leverage and a positive cap rate, we need interest rates to go down. So that's the challenge. I mean, you're seeing owner-user stuff selling because it's not cap rate sensitive, but when you're selling an investment property, the cap rates are under pressure and they're going up, or they've been up because of interest rates. So I think as soon as we start seeing interest rates going down, then we'll see more transactions and just better activity in general. So it's really tied to interest rates, probably just like residential, but in a different way.
So are you seeing some sales out there that are happening at below replacement cost?
No, not where I'm at, because I'm in Orange County, and that's a challenge. Yeah. No, it's I'm definitely seeing all cash deals more than normal, and it's because, again, interest rates.
Mm-hmm.
And the cap rates will go as low as a 4.5 or 5 along the coast, where I'm at in Newport. But for the most part, you're in the 6s or 5.5 in general, to the on the low side, on up to 6.5 to 7. So in my area, it's all location driven.
Yeah, but that indicates to me that the market is still pretty dang hot down there. So there's buyers out there that are willing to pay all cash probably and get a 4% return. Whereas, if they have to get a loan, they're, probably maybe trading 6% for 6% or something close to that.
That's right. And we're seeing, because in California, cap rates generally are lower compared to the rest of the country. So we're seeing people 1031 exchanging out of California, going into places like Texas and Florida and Georgia, other places where you can get a little bit higher cap rate. So that's, it's hard to get that, at least in Southern California, it's hard to get a lower cap rate. Even in LA County, the cap rates there are pretty low too. So you got to go out of California if you want a higher cap rate.
So I'm curious, are you working the other end of a deal if somebody's buying in Texas?
Yeah, I am. I'll do that. I mean, most of my listings are here in Southern California, but I'll have a client that will want to sell their property and do an exchange into something in a different state, and I'll represent them on that transaction too. Yeah. And I may bring in someone from that area too if needed. So
yeah. No, it makes perfect sense. I mean, in this day and age, with the data that's available, it's pretty easy to find properties elsewhere. And, as long as you can complete the transaction properly, it makes sense to go there.
Yeah. For the most part, I use CoStar to find properties, because it's nationwide. I'll use a little bit of Crexy, but it's mostly CoStar that I'll use.
But that's an interesting question. Are you listing on Crexy also and CoStar?
Yeah, I will do that just to make sure I'm getting full coverage. But I would say that as far as like my inquiries from listings, it's 10-1 LoopNet CoStar to Crexy.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. That's probably about the ratio of the volume there
Yeah,
in relationship to
yeah.
that. But so so then the question really becomes, are you seeing owners holding back from selling right now, kind of waiting, thinking that rates are going to go up or prices are going to go up, or are you seeing some people have to actually bail out?
I'm thinking I see people not selling because they don't know what to do with the money, and they're selling if they have to due to their loan maturing.
Ah,
And if they can't refi, they'll sell. So it's more out of necessity than what they really want to. So yeah, I mean, as far as inventory on the market, it's on the low side. So that suggests that sellers are sitting more than selling.
right, right. So then how are you kind of marketing yourself, given the market is pretty tight and people aren't selling? Are you beating down the doors? Are you making cold calls? What's happening out there?
Well, if I were younger, yes, but at this point in my career, it's really word of mouth. It's like referrals in my network. So it's past clients that are reaching out to me and my network. So I'm not really. I mean, people in my office definitely are cold calling, but all the time. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's more for me. It's like referrals.
Are you working in a team at Lee or is it just you?
Sometimes, yeah, I'll partner. I'll partner with some people. I partner with my daughter, Libby Gessford.
Oh,
She,
nice.
and she's only does multifamily. So that's when I'll do multifamily. At this point, I do all property types.
Oh, yeah, right, right.
Yeah, because when I was at one point in my career as a first team commercial, and I had to learn every property type under the sun from the referrals I was getting, and so it forced me to learn everything, which was great. I'm grateful for that. So I've sold everything from a golf course to churches and office
Wow.
buildings, anything retail. So I do it all. You know,
So
which
I'm curious.
I wouldn't suggest that to someone young starting in the biz. It's better to focus on one property type.
Well, that's exactly my question. It sounds like you may have advised your daughter to stay in one tranche.
And I did. I did.
Yeah.
I said, start with something and just focus on that. That's the smartest way to approach it.
Yeah, and well, and multifamily is not the easiest one to go into, so that's probably a good one to start to learn from.
Yeah, she likes it. She
Oh,
likes it.
well, that's the
She's
key
good. She's a
factor.
good cold caller too. So she's
Oh,
good at it.
wow. Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's so I'm curious, how many cold calls do you think she's doing a day?
I think she does. It's not so much um, the total quantity. She's looking at how many connections she gets. So if she tries to connect with at least 25 people a day, and that might mean 50 calls or 150 calls. So it because not everyone picks up. So it's all about the connection.
Well,
You know.
that's interesting. That's very wise, I think. I've not actually, I mean, it makes sense, all the very logical. I've not heard that previously in any of the 200 podcasts I've done, but that that sounds like the way to go. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
going to sit down and cold call, but I'm going to stop once I get to like 25 hits.
Right.
And of that 25, maybe one or two are good ones.
That's right. And she's also learning what days and times are good and what days are bad. So she's learned like I think it's Monday is not good. Um, Weekends can be good. That's why like at Mark's Millichap, you'll see guys call on Saturdays. They have like a Saturday call, and that's not an accident. They do that because people are home. They're not working. So all the people that work and own properties, they're accessible on Saturdays. So that's why they do that.
So I'm curious, given that many calls and that much work, what are you using a CRM? I assume you must be.
Yeah, we use a CRM called Close, Cloze, close. And
CLOZE?
yes, like you're closing the door, but instead of an S, it's a Z.
Oh, interesting. I've not heard of that one.
Yeah, we like it because it syncs your text with the contact, not just your emails, but your text too. So all your texts and emails fold under the contact and the property. So we like that feature because nowadays clients they like to text. So you want to be able to capture that, and I'm giving a nice free plug here for Close. So that's
Yeah. No,
that.
I think that's great because I've not heard of that one, and it sounds like a very good one to know about.
I used to use Pipe Drive. Pipe Drive.
Okay.
And I like Pipe Drive, but there was one flaw they had with their email, which was, let's see, what was it? They didn't have a read receipt. So I like to know, like with Close, it tells me if someone actually gets their email, and Pipe Drive didn't have that. So
they didn't tell you if they opened it or if they.
I like to know. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good stat to have because if you're sending out a jillion emails and you don't know if they're even getting looked at, that's a critical factor.
Yeah, you need to know. And I tried Salesforce. Frankly, I didn't care. It didn't work for me.
Yeah.
I actually tried several, but so we just ended up with Close. It works.
No, the common response on Salesforce is that it's just so complicated. It's great once you get going, but to get everything in there is just painful. So
it's too vast for us. We couldn't.
Right. It's too much.
It's got too much.
Too many bells and whistles.
We didn't need all that. Right?
Yeah. And you just give us the text and the email and tell us how many people are looking at it, and off you go.
Right. I mean, the key thing, what I like about a good CRM is being able to track the property and the emails and tie all those emails to the property. So a system that can do that, to me, is really important. Because staying organized is super important in this business.
Oh yeah. No, you can. I mean, how many times have we taken a call and a week later or whatever, you're saying, oh, I want to call that person back, and you're like,
Yeah, exactly. You need that. All that at your fingertips.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's critical to this business to be able to see what you're doing and where you're going. So keep that. So given all that, what's your crystal ball say about the future?
Well, in regards to commercial real estate in general, I tie it all back to, I think interest rates are going to go lower.
Yeah.
And although today the market was telling us that inflation is still a factor, so we could be going into stagflation here a little bit. But in general, over the next 12 months, I do think interest rates are going to go lower, and that is bullish for not only stocks and equities, but commercial real estate.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's all tied to that interest rate. So, and we've been spoiled, with such low interest rates. That's why cap rates went down so much, which means prices went up. So everyone was used to that. So a lot of people are still in denial on that.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, if you look at it historically, apparently the average rate for interest has been 8% over a vast period. So we're still lower than 8%, but unfortunately everybody got very happy with 3% and they want to go there again. But that may require a pandemic. So we don't need that.
That's true. We don't want to wish for that.
No, let's not go there.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So just for the fun side, I'm going to repeat the questions asked earlier about what's your favorite food or sandwich?
Oh yeah, I like a good salmon wrap. I know it might sound a little strange, but I love salmon. I love wraps. Why not combine them?
And off you go.
Yeah.
So are you a Caesar wrap guy?
I like Caesar wraps too.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like wraps in general.
I'm gonna send you a Caesar salmon wrap then someday.
Oh,
We'll have
that'd
to
be
sit
awesome.
over that and eat that. And who in the world, alive or not so maybe alive, would you like to sit with that Caesar salmon wrap?
Well, I'm a big David Spade fan. He cracks me up, and so I would love to have dinner with him. You know, he goes to this restaurant nearby. It's called Gulfstream in Newport, and I don't want to sound like a stalker, but I do frequent that restaurant hoping to run into him. And I haven't yet, but I've had waitresses say David Spade was just here.
Yes,
So I'm getting close.
Missed him.
I'm getting close.
Okay, so David, if you're listening to this podcast, come on. John wants to have a little salmon wrap with you. Can you get a salmon wrap at that Gulfstream?
Actually, you can't, but they have really good. They have a pan-seared salmon that's incredible.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we're going to put that together. So, John, where can people get a hold of you?
Well, if they go to CREOP.com, they can get a hold. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me, because the folks there can always forward information to me. But yeah, CREOP.com, and there's an email. There's a support email there. You can always reach me through that. I'm accessible.
Yeah, you're out there. So
I'm out there.
absolutely. All right. Well, I think we need to probably reconvene in maybe 6 months and see how this market is going, whether we're getting lower interest rates, see how the Newport Beach market is doing. I want to reconvene in 6 months and see how we're doing.
That'd be great. I'd love
All
that.
right. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
That's a wrap on today's journey through the SF commercial real estate scene. Ready to share your story? Visit sfcommercialconversations.com/guest. Your insights could lead the next conversation.